Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio, a place where dreams take flight, with authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives and meaningful conversations, where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover world-class education, entertainment, hope and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our channel, USA Global TV. Download our app, USA Global TV. Be our guest or join our team. Visit usaglobaltv.com. Thanks to our founder and executive producer, Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Music score by Yeffy Tang from Cloud Road Music. Voiceover artist Mike Porter. Creative direction by Paul Garcia. USA Global TV and Radio. Your home for global connection. All rights reserved. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Intentional Productivity Tips. I am Megan. I am your very favorite strategic productivity partner, and I want to thank you for being here with me today. I want to thank you for taking time to think about your productivity, and I would say today's tip is extremely timely. Today, we are doing a productivity quick tip, and it is monthly planning. We're going to talk about 4 steps that will help you plan next month. Because right now we are at the end of September. We know that October is going to begin next week. And so I figured what better time to talk about monthly planning than now. So today, before we get started, I want to thank you for joining me on USA Global TV and Radio's YouTube channel. Please remember, like, subscribe, comment, and even be notified when new episodes drop. I am here every Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific. Please join me. I am going to turn off this fan really quickly. It is a warm day. So as I mentioned, today's productivity quick tip is monthly planning. So let's look a little bit about monthly planning. As we know, this is the end of a month. We're getting ready to start for a new month. And so I want to give you 4 quick tips that are going to make your month more productive and a less stressful month. And isn't that what we're all looking for? One of the reasons this is a weekly productivity quick tip is because we would like for you to plan your monthly productivity rather than your monthly productivity planning you. Let's look at our 4 steps, and we're going to spend a little bit of time giving you some actionable ideas for how you can actually bring this into your monthly planning. There are several times when I've talked to clients and we're looking at the calendar, we have our accountability, we have our appointments when we're talking about productivity. There's been several times when clients have said, oh, Megan, why do I need to, I plan monthly, I plan weekly, I plan daily. It's too much. And I do understand that. And this is why one of the things I say, if you start with a strong monthly productivity planning process, it's going to help everything else. So that's why I think it's important to start here. It's also important because according to not just me, although I think I think it's great when I bring up points, but if we look at it, Alan Lincoln, who we know is a productivity expert, one of the things he brought up is planning is bringing the future into the present so you can do something about it now. That's why I like looking a month out. Sometimes people look quarter annually and that's great, but I think 4 weeks in a month, and especially in 2025, a month feels like it's been a while. So I think looking at a monthly format is important. Another reason it's important, again, not just because I say so, but if we look at the numbers, studies show we spend 45% of our day repeating tasks due to poor planning and inefficiency. By planning not just your day, but your month, you can reclaim your time and focus on what truly matters. When you think about that, we know that there are a lot of things we're going to have to do repetitively, whether it be annually, somebody's birthday, whether it be an anniversary celebration. We know that there are going to be things that might repeat weekly, monthly, annually, every few years, like the Olympics every 4 years, right? So again, we know that if we take control and say, okay, what are the repeating things? How can we, again, expend our energy in a more useful way rather than having to do the same thing over and over and over again, right? Without reflection, energy scatters. With reflection, energy aligns. And so that's one of the goals here, is for us to look at how are we going to spend our time, effort, and energy over the next month. So I want to walk you through the 4 steps that we're going to talk about today. 4 steps that I've worked with clients and I've found to be very effective. I'd love to see what you think. When you master your productive month, there's not surprises or you're reducing surprises. It's a well-planned calendar. And that's our goal, is to plan our month. So let's look at our 4 steps. And I think you'll see that plan is within the steps. The first thing we want to do is we want to prioritize our calendar. When looking at the month ahead, what are the things that truly need to happen? For example, in April, is it paying your taxes? In December, is it holiday celebrations? If you're in the United States, in November, is it planning Thanksgiving, or is it a Friendsgiving? We know that we need to prioritize what's on our calendar as far as what's the most important. Real talk. The reality is, a lot of times our calendars are dictated by work or by professional or by family, which are all understandable. But again, by looking at all of them at once, we can hopefully have a little bit more balance, which is the goal. So the first thing we want to do is prioritize your calendar. Then we're going to list personal dates and celebrations. As I was saying just a minute ago, we know that there are going to be things every year, right? We know there are birthdays, celebrations, holidays, things that are going to happen, beginning of school year, end of school year. We know there are repetitive things. The great thing is, and I am from the generation that only had paper calendars, the great thing is now with electronic calendars, we just say repeat annually, and it's going to show up on our calendar. It's important that we go through that process and look at what's coming up. For example, I had a client this week who within 2 weeks, has a wife, a child's birthday, his birthday, an anniversary, and another celebration, all within a 2-week period. Fortunately, he looked at these in advance and was able to make a plan, so he didn't all of a sudden have to scram to try and make everything happen, right? So it's important, if we're listing personal dates and celebrations, listing them in advance helps us to prepare for them. The third step is arrange projects and deadlines. So this is where we want to think about projects and deadlines, not just for work, but also for family. Projects could be, we have soccer season, so we have games that need to be played. It could be, there's a choir event or something like that, right? So what we're wanting to start to do is to arrange what are the projects and the deadlines that we need to include on our calendar. If we know about them in advance, it's going to help us, again, to direct our energy in the right way, because the last minute things we know are going to happen. We're not going to eliminate them. Our goal is to plan as much as possible so that there's reduced friction when those things come up. So the third step is arrange projects and deadlines. And then the fourth step is nail down your priorities and actions. And again, this is when we want to nail down, right? This is our 4-point checklist. This is when we need to nail down, what is it that has to be done? What is it that has to be? What are the actions I have to do? Whether it be, I have a very big deadline on October 17th. So there's a lot of things happening between now and that. So I know those are some of my priorities and there's actions around them. I also know October is a birthday month for family, and I know I'm traveling in October, right? So again, you want to nail down your priorities and action. So our 4-step plan, our 4-step monthly plan process: prioritize your calendar, list personal dates and celebrations, arrange projects and deadlines, and nail down your priorities and actions. Again, what is the benefit of doing this? When we think about it, the wise words of Eleanor Roosevelt, it takes as much energy to wish as it does to plan. We know our minds are going a lot, and so we're thinking about what's coming up. So instead of just thinking about it, let's stop, put action to it, and take our 4 steps so that we can plan our productive month. Research shows that reflection boosts performance up to 23%. So again, it's not just Megan saying it. It is, the fact is, by taking time and intentionally planning, we're going to boost our performance, which I think that's a good thing. Never underestimate the power of intentional planning, because it is very important. So that's why my goal today is to share with you, how can you put these 4 steps into action? Again, it's about mastering your productive month. It's about no surprises, just a well-planned calendar. So if we look at it, we do have a little bit of a path here where we look at our month. And if we say, again, our first step, what do we want to do? Prioritize your calendar. What does that mean? Block work time, block project time, block family time, block self-care, block pedicure time, block travel time, block all of that off on your calendar when you're sitting down, right? Second, you want to list personal dates and celebrations, birthdays, holidays, and any events that matter. Like I said, I have a special event coming up on October 17th. So that is on my calendar and planning for my month coming up. Third, we want to arrange projects and deadlines. We want to place key deliverables and milestones on the calendar. So again, as I have a big thing coming up on October 17th, you can bet that there are quite a few events, that have been on the calendar, things that I am attending, making a focus of. And in my world, the first 2 months of this week, or this first 2 weeks of this month, it might feel like a month, a week. But anyways, the first 2 weeks of October for me, I'm going to be focused on one area as much as possible, right? So it's important to arrange those plans and deadlines so you know where to focus your time, effort, and energy. And then you want to nail down your priorities and actions. You want to choose your must-dos, and you must plan those outcomes for the month, right? How do we do this? My recommendation to go through this four-step process is to schedule 30 minutes before October begins and complete the 4 steps. So my recommendation is look at your calendar between now and next Tuesday. Say, what's a 30-minute block of time that I can sit down with my calendar and my list priorities and complete these 4 things? When can I prioritize, list, arrange, and nail down, right? When can I do those 4 things? Take that time and do it now, because we know it's going to help you. When you're intentional with your time, you're not just reacting to life, you're taking control of it. And this is the heart of why it's so important. And this is the heart of why I keep harping on planning in advance as much as possible. We know we're responding and reacting to a lot. We know things are popping up. That's going to happen. We know we have 24 hours in a day. We know October specifically has 31 days. That's the time that we have. What are we going to do with that time? We need to do things like sleep too, right? I actually do have a couple clients that they block off sleep time on their calendar so they sleep. I think it's great that they can fall asleep at any given time, but that's a whole nother story, right? Again, it is about taking time. Reflection isn't pausing the work. It's powering the flow by choosing where your energy goes. And that's the real heart of why I talk and am harping on being so intentional to plan your month. Now, I'm giving you 4 steps that I've found work for me and my clients, but what I want you to do is I want you to personalize them. I want you to look and say, what is it that I can do between now and October 1st to take control of the month, to plan it so it's a month that I want it to be? Question for you. What action will you take now? Don't let October run you, run October. My 2-step recommendation plan is my 2-step October review plan is 1, add time to your calendar, add 30 minutes between now and next Tuesday, and 2, complete your plan time. It is an actual step that I do have to remind people sometimes. You do actually need to complete that time, right? What happens if it needs to be rescheduled? That's okay, but don't just breeze on by the time and not happen. Actually follow up with it. Because ensuring everything is aligned for your month ahead is going to make it less stressful and more enjoyable. And it's that time of year when we want to do that. Obviously, I'm talking about this right now because we are at the end of a month, but you can do this anytime. The whole object is to look at what you've got going on, plan your time to be proactive and to be prepared and to know what you've got coming up. I hope that you have a great October. And next Thursday, I'm going to challenge you. I challenge you between now and Tuesday, spend time. And when I come back next Thursday, let's talk about how that went. I am Megan. I am your very favorite strategic productivity partner. I want to thank you for joining me today for this productivity quick tip monthly planning. I hope that you will join me next Thursday. I am around, as I said, every Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific on this same channel at the same location. Please do join me on USA TV and Radio's USA Global TV and Radio's YouTube channel. Check out the website. Look at some great programs where you can learn about yourself and live the best life that you've got, which isn't that really all of our goal? Have a great week. Thank you for taking interest in being intentional with your productivity. Plan a great month ahead. Now, here's a word from our sponsors.
Get ready to wear the brand that's changing the world of media. Introducing the official USA Global TV and Radio online store. From our TV show hosts to our incredible global guests, you asked, we delivered. Rep your appearance with pride. Whether you've been on air, hosted a show, or tuned in, we have something just for you. Visit us at usaglobaltvradioshoп.myspreadshop.com and start shopping today. Check back frequently. We're dropping fresh new designs all the time. Showcase your role in our global community. These designs celebrate your voice, your story, your presence. It's more than just merchandise. It's a movement of hope, inspiration, education, and elevated listening. Head to usaglobaltvradioshoп.myspreadshop.com. Your spotlight awaits. USA Global TV and Radio. Elevate your style. Elevate the world.
Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global TV and Radio, for joining us today. We're honoured to have your time and attention as part of our global community. At USA Global TV and Radio, we believe in the power of authentic conversations, meaningful connections, and creating a world of possibilities together. Want to be part of something bigger? Join our team of elevated listeners at usaglobaltv.com, a space where your voice matters and your ability to listen transforms relationships. Stay connected with us across all our platforms for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and empowering stories. Subscribe to our channels at youtube.com/c/USAGlobalTV. Follow us on social media and explore the endless opportunities we're creating for growth, learning, and inspiration. Together, we're not just broadcasting, we're building bridges and changing lives one conversation at a time. For inquiries, contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com. Music by Johnny Dyes. Produced by Executive Producer and Director Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Voiceover by Mike Porter. Creative Direction by Paul Garcia. All rights reserved. Copyright 2025. Visit usaglobaltv.com to view our full terms and conditions.